Howdy, this is Lemmy with Revzilla, here to talk to you today about the Pirelli Angel GT2 tire. You should be checking out a Pirelli Angel GT2 tire for your motorcycle if you're looking for awesome grip on the street, but you also want long mileage from your tires. Now, Pirelli's cranking these out in a pretty wide variety of sizes, but they're almost universally 17. So we're going to see these primarily on sport bikes, sport tourers, nakeds, and then there is also a 19-inch size too. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. It's kind of the one flyer size here, but primarily we're going to see these, I would imagine, on European and metric motorcycles. So let's talk about the Angel GT. We'll get right into this thing. This is actually kind of a bittersweet review for me personally because the Pirelli Angel GT2 marks the end of the original Pirelli Angel GT, arguably one of my favorite tires of all time. I loved that tire simply because it really represented to me the evolution of tires. That tire, as a sport touring tire, an ST style tire, was a tire that offered really better grip, I think, than some of the more sport oriented and focused stuff I remembered from earlier in my career. The GT1 was a tire I felt like I could really ride to where I felt sort of in control and at the max on the street, and the tire never let me down. The cool part that came along with that, however, is I always got great mileage out of them. I mean, I've put a lot of miles down on Angel GTs, and seeing 5 figures out of a rear tire was not really that crazy. Kind of a cool thing, not something that happens often with tires. Now the GT2, of course, takes this one step further. I actually don't have any ride time on these just yet. However, Pirelli is claiming better wet grip and better dry grip. I'm probably not the guy to test it anywho, simply because I never took these things to the track. I did just fine with the GTs in terms of testing their grip to the edge of my limits, my comfort level. I expect that some of you out there, however, who throw GT2s in there will tell me exactly where these things give up on the street if you ride just a little bit crazier than I do. It's kind of neat though that Pirelli has been advancing this tire. Now, one of the standout features to me of the Angel GT2 is the fact that the rears are a dual compound tire. This is sort of Pirelli's secret to success with this thing. You've got a harder compound down the center strip, gonna provide great wear. I mean, honestly, those of you guys who are riding a 180, 190, 200 rear tire know that the center is usually where these things wear out if you're on the street, and of course if you're on the track, it's the sides that die. Now the sides of this tire, speaking of that, are that softer compound. The shoulders are going to give you better grip, so as you lean the bike over, you're going to be getting into the softer rubber, should give you the confidence you need to really hammer through some of the corners when you are on the street. Other neat thing about these are all W rated. That is the highest speed rating you can get from a tire. Nice to see that in a sport touring tire, so even if you're trying to get some mileage out of your tires, you don't have to necessarily give up your speed rating in order to do so. Now, we mentioned fitment. I said there was that one 19-inch flyer there. That is kind of the odd ducky here. We are going to see most of these, I think, on metric motorcycles. That 19 is kind of weird, though. I think we might see those on bikes like an 1190, say, perhaps, or a Triumph Tiger, where those of you who might have picked up an adventure bike that's pretty capable, but you're rocking it only on the street and want maximum mileage, you can also now look at this tire. I think that's pretty cool. The other neat feature, too, these things come in an A-spec tire. It means that those of you who are doing loaded up sport touring, if you have a heavier bike, I'm thinking those of you on FJRs, Concours, you can use that tire. Should help get lots and lots of life. You'll also have a nice strong feel from that tire. It's not going to feel like it's curling up underneath you simply because the tire is built heavy enough to deal with those loads. Now, having said all that, I'm a big fan of the Angel GT2. I can't wait until I can get some ride time on these things simply because I like the Angel GT so much. Even if this thing is absolutely no better than the Angel GT, I'm probably going to be pretty happy with it anyway. I'm a little bit of a Pirelli fanboy in that respect. Don't take my word for it though. Click down below, see what some folks who are rocking Angel GT2s on their motorcycle have to say about it. If you need a little bit more help, whether it's installation or selection or fitment, don't be afraid to get in touch with one of our very friendly gear geeks, 877-792-9455. Of course, you can always drop us an email if that's convenient for you as well, cs@revzilla.com. I'm Lem, I'm out of here.